we want to do. This is called multiple check. You're checking each condition. If the condition is true, then you will print, otherwise you will not print. So let's try. So example here, variable is choice equals to input, enter your food choice, and I'll give answer T for taco, M for McDonald's, S for Subway, and then little space. Again, this decoration in double quotation, you can do whatever you want. It will print as is. So when I run my program, it will print exactly like that. Whatever I write, it will print. So basically I'm giving hint, otherwise they can print, they can enter X, they can enter Y, they can enter P, they can enter Q, but I said TMS. So enter your food choice, TMS. So I kind of give clue, just like in a bank, enter your ATM in number, example 1, 2, 3, 4. So they will not enter their last name, they will enter 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So now when they enter, what will happen? So we'll say if choice equals, how many? 2 equals. If it is T, if the condition is true, then say, oh, print, you love taco. You love taco, right? Then you go back. You go all the way back with a backspace, 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 backspace. Remember that, because otherwise alignment will create a problem for you. When you say it's not working, syntax, most likely alignment, all the way back. And here you write elif, which is called else if. This is a special thing, elif, which is called else if. And then space and say choice equals M for McDonald, colon, print, you love MACD, right? And then backspace. And again, elif choice equals, and here's S for Subway, colon, print, you love Subway. Nice, easy, right? And here again, else, if you enter something which is not T, not M, not X, then I'll say else and enter and say print, wrong choice. Wow, I like that. So let's understand. Let me give you this program first so you can copy, paste, and be ready. Again, every time I'll give you this program because you are online. So first of all, what we are doing is enter your choice. So user will enter T. So if they enter T, we'll say you love taco, but let's say they enter Subway. So we'll say this is S means Subway. Oh, it's not matching. Oh, it's not matching. Oh, it's matching. But let's say user enter X. Is it matching? No. It's matching? No. It's matching? No. Wrong choice. Let's try it out. Let's run the program. So now when we run the program, we give a name. So Subway, no, mistake. Second, fourth.py. See how I teach? This is the exact way you learn. As a human, we learn this way, not from PowerPoint. We learn by doing it, right? So here we'll say T for taco. You love taco, right? Programming is so much fun, right? Easy. Now you learn, and I say M for McDonald. Perfect. But let's say this time I'm going to enter X and see what happened. And if I enter X, the wrong choice. Beautiful. Program works. This is called multiple if statements. Any questions? Any questions? Good. Give me thumbs up if you are able to run it. Good, good, very good. Awesome. You guys are doing raw. You guys are doing awesome. So first of all, thank you. You see, the more thumbs up, more means you're doing great. Let me know if you have any issues. Anthony, you have issue?
No issue. That was a mistake.
No
No
problem.
issue.
Thumbs up. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So we understood one interesting thing, how multiple if statement works. Please understand, you can only run one condition, just like elevator. This is the elevator, right? You press button. Did you press first button? Did you press fifth button? Exactly same thing. See, when I studied in a programming part, I was not taught this way. So I had to memorize, and I memorized so many programs, to be honest with you. And one day I realized that if they change a little bit, I cannot do any program. That time I realized that programming is not memorization. Programming is more about understanding. So example, if I want to make program elevator, so I'll say enter 1 to 10, yes or no. And now if they enter 6, then you can say 6th floor. If they enter 5, then it's a 5th floor, right? Yes, Murthy.
Yeah. When do you use this square bracket?
No, this is just a demo decoration. You don't have to. Square bracket,
Oh,
I'll cover that when we do list. But this is for decoration, like, giving idea that,
okay.
hey, pick one of them. I can use parenthesis, but parenthesis doesn't give me choices. Mostly this is better. So I use that. You can write anything here. This is just a showing 1 to 10 or 1, 2, 3, 4, like that.
Okay.
There's no meaning here. This is anything I write. Like example, I want to do some kind of star, right? Just to get user attention, right? I can do that because it will be decorative. More user will see that, and it kind of focus user will get. Look at that. So give a focus a little bit. So you just, oh, I have TMS. Okay. So let me enter S. Oh, subway. Oh, I got it. So you give a focus to user.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Any other questions? Now let's do one more complex. So we are kind of slowly gearing up. Now this is where more people need to understand multiple if statement with complexity. So before we do, I want to make sure I draw it, because this one is kind of interesting, and many times when you draw the picture, people feel great. So think about it. Everyone knows in a school, you go to grade, right? You go to school, and let's say you got a 55%, 55. Then you kind of have a teacher will say, oh, 0 to 59. If 0 to 59, you got an F grade. Oh, 60 to 69, then you got a D grade. 70 to 79, you got a C grade. Or 80 to 89, you got a B grade. 90 above, got a A grade. So this is kind of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 50. So anything in between 0 or 15 or any between, you're going to get F grade. So this is called range of condition, range of condition, range of condition. So this is like a quite useful actually. So if you go to FedEx with a box, right? And in FedEx, you can say, you know what, I want to ship the box. So FedEx will also have distance. If distance is between 0 to 50, 10, then you will have this much charge. If distance is between 10 to this, you will have this much charge. Or 20 to 30, you will have this much charge. Or weight, they'll say weight between these two here, it will be this charge. Weight is between this to this, you will charge. So these are very popular conditions. So when you have range conditions, like example, sometimes if you go to Sears Tower, right? If your age group is this, you will be 12, I think 0 to 12, you will be charged maybe $8. If you are 12 above and to 50, then you will charge maybe $12. And if 50 above, you will be charged maybe senior citizen, maybe $6, something like that. So these are range conditions. So if you're 0, 1, 2, 3, same charge. So how can we do? Because what we just did is a fixed condition, one condition. Elevator stop at one floor, one floor, one floor. But here, this range of condition. A very practical example. Everyone knows grade report. So how do we do that? So this is something beautiful you must understand. So first variable is only one, score. And you have to check, this is if statement, else if, else if, else if. Now my question is, if I'm 70, then definitely I'm not here. I'm somewhere here. But if I'm, let's say 70, let's say 85, then I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm here. So basically at single point of time, only one condition will run. At single point of time, only one condition will run. Now, if you are 80, please understand, you are 80, then you are greater than 69, you are greater than 79. So it will come here only. So when I say 0 to this thing, like this, I need to think about how this formula will work. So let's write the program and then we'll take a break. So here you go. Let's get started. File, new file. File, new file. And here we are going to say, right, grade program, and we'll say score. And we'll say input, enter your grade score. But because input will take all string, I'm going to cast as an int. Make sure you remember that. Why am I casting? Because this one will take a spelling. So we are casting as an integer. I got that. So now let's move forward. So first thing we're going to write if score is less than 60 and colon. What does it mean? It means we are saying this condition, first condition A. If I say less than 60 means this condition we are talking about. In that case, straightforward F grade. No problem. That's pretty easy. Print single grade F. No problem. So if you have above 61, then I have to go all the way and say L if score is less than 70. What does it mean? Please understand. So we are saying here, if you are here, then you're less than 60. And if you are here, then you're less than 70. So if you're not going this condition, then you're definitely above 60, but you're below 70. Let me repeat. If you are going here, means you are 55, 60, then you will come here. But if you are not going in this side, then definitely you are greater than 60, but less than 70. So in that case, you will print grade D. Now, same token, go all the way. L if score less than 80. So what does it mean? So if I enter 77, so 77 doesn't go here, 77 doesn't go here, but it will go here. But if I enter 90, I have not covered yet. But if I enter 52, it always go here. If I enter 62, it always go here. So at single point of time, it will stuck somewhere, either 0 to 60 or 60 to 70 or 70 to 80. So you are defining like sequential conditions. Now here I'll say print grade C. No one likes grade C, right? L if score less than 90, colon print grade B. And else, if you are greater than that, then else print then definitely grade A, because why you will be here. So let's understand again one more time. So let's say example, I enter 89. 89 will not be here, not be here, not be here, here, grade B. Let's say I enter 99. Not here, not here, not here, not here, A. What about 105? Same thing, not here, not here. This condition is not true, not true. This only you get when the condition is true. Only you get the condition is true. Only you get the condition is true. Only otherwise you will get this. So let me give you this program so you can also type and chat. Now let me save this program. So first I'll run the program and it will ask me to save. So I'll say second, we are doing a pretty good job today. Here 5 program, enter. So enter score. So let's say I entered 89. It's grade B, perfect. I want to give us some space here after the score, so it's more readable. So it's always good to put practice, or you can do some decoration also like this. Many people do that. I like decoration because I like my program to be good. See, if the program has to be readable, every line should be readable. You enter, so run now program. Again, Murthy, this is just a decoration. I don't have to enter, but it's sign good, looks good. Why not we do that? It's a free. So now enter score. So like example, I 89. Boom, grade B, nice. Now run again. This time, let's say I'm going to enter 59. Boom, grade F. It works. It just works, right? Beautiful, right? Example, enter for 67, grade D. See if you guys can run it. Give me a thumbs up if you are able to run it. If you have a question, please ask. Yes, sir, good.
Hey, Tushar, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Okay, I have a question about the IDLE shell.
Mhm.
Is there a way that you can run, press a shortcut to run that window on the top again without going back to the window of the Py code?
Are
See
you,
what I'm saying?
are you talking about this window?
No, the shell, the IDLE.
Mhm.
So can you
F5,
press a shortcut?
F5, F5. If you do
Okay.
F5,
All right. Yeah, it wasn't working now. I think I know why. All right. Thank you.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Any other questions? Here it will not automatically run. Here it will not run automatically, but there is an alter P, but that's a different concept. But here, if you do F5, like a F5, but the problem in F5, if you press F5 here, it won't work. You need to have F5 here. When you're here, if you press F5, it will work. So if I do function F5 here, for my case, it will work. So you can do F5, and that might be an easy way to enter that thing. So example 78, I can get grade C.
Okay. How about can I clear the whole results here?
This
Can
one,
you?
yeah,
Yeah.
that you can do, but it will restart. Okay, it will restart your
Okay.
scene. So you can restart the shell, it will clear that. So you can restart,
Okay.
it will clear like that. You can restart, so this will clear that thing. Mhm,
Okay. All right.
mhm,
Thanks.
mhm. Any other questions? Everyone is able to run? If you are able to run, so let's take a small break. After break, we are going to do.
How was the question for the F5 for? You say F5 function F5?
You can see on screen, right? Here,
Uh-huh.
if you want to run it.
Okay. Running it. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So if you want to run, like, some computer will require function key and
Mm-hmm.
F5, depend on your computer, and something in my forum. So you can see that step by step. You saw practical, but here the similar example and or examples are here. Multiple if statement, just we did for grid, it's documented here as well. Now you can also do we did, if you remember, username and password. Similar thing you can do for humidity and temperature, which is kind of similar. This one is a new concept which is introduced in 3.10. So if you do not have 3.10, it won't work, but it's similar as our multiple if statement. So let's do that so you can understand. I'll put it in the chat. So let's create a new program and we'll try. So new program, we're gonna paste it here. So this program is all about case statement. It's kind of simple. You're selecting a value tomorrow, snowing, and match that value. So whatever value you enter will go here. If that value is warm, you see this. If that value is very hot, you will see. So basically what you are saying here is a switchboard. So you have a switch and you are pressing one switch only. So this is called case statements. Means case statements, you are entering a switch. So here you are entering tomorrow to the switch. The switch starts with a match. And then you are entering the input, which is the variable. If this input match any of this switch, but at single point of time, you can match only one. If it doesn't match, then it will go to here. So first, right now you're snowing. So that snowing will go here. It's not matching. It's not matching. It matches. So it say, I will build snowman. Let's say you change this thing and you make warm. It will go here, it matching, so I'll go to the C. Let's say you write XYZ, not matching, not matching, not matching, not matching, so it will go to default. Let's run it and see this thing. So I run the program. I run the program, and again, I'll give a name. So second, we'll do 6 and run it. So you can see I will build snowman. Why I got that? The reason I got that because the switch is matching. You can see that snow is here. So let me try raining. So what will happen? That tomorrow is now rainy. So match tomorrow. So means match raining. So it will go here. I will stay home. You will see that. It's kind of simple if statement. So it's if statement, but still only for one condition. So rather than write if warm, if very hot, if this, it's kind of more readable. So now let's say if I write XYZ. So this one pass here, not matching, not matching, not matching, not matching. Oh, anything, weather not recognized. So if you run it, weather is not recognized. Any questions so far? Any questions so far in this example?
So yeah, the question is, when are you gonna use the case versus if?
It's your choice, actually. It's your
Okay.
choice. Technically speaking, there's no wrong or right answer. The case statement only works with one condition. But if statement, you can have multiple options. You can have range, you can have greater than, less than, equal to. Here it works only for equal to. So case statements only work if you know exact switch. So if you cannot do greater than, so like example, A greater than B, if statement can do, but case statement cannot do that.
Yeah, I find this more readable,
Yes, yes.
and easy to go through, you know.
Yeah. So normally I do for menu, Taco Bell. So just see here, if you go to bank, right, I'll create a bank statement so you can see that. I'm removing space so it's more readable. Bear with me. Removing empty space, just nothing special. Removing empty space. Oops, 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 oops. Oops. And here you go. So if I do bank, so here I make statement here. I make it input. Enter your option. Space. And here I'll say option. Again, you can use any variable, and now options, I pass it here.
Your last print is not aligned.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Even this one also have the same problem. Now, enter your option. So you're entering option. So let's say example, you enter withdraw or debit or select or status. So here you want account status, deposit, right? You want to deposit, right? Withdraw. You want to withdraw, transfer. So you want to transfer money and not sure. So this program become now more bank type of program. So if I run it here, let's say if I say deposit, say, sorry, sometimes it happens in ideally that it previous program runs. So transfer, you want to transfer, right? So you can see now the program becomes like interesting. Deposit, and you can see you want to deposit. So same program, completely different now because I changed a little bit. So you can make your program more active. Mostly when this case statement is more when you have a menu. If your menu, predefine item to select. So example, 1 means this, 2 means this, 3 means this, then case statement is best. because it can work. But if you want a greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, case statement won't work. If your range of values, case statement will not work. Good. Any other questions?
Yeah, the last line, Tushar, the
Mhm.
last line, the case, there is an underscore after
Right.
that. Is that part of the syntax?
Yes, it means anything. It means
So
anything.
we must write it down.
I would not say it must. If you don't write it, if I write XYZ, you won't get any answer. You don't have to must. This is optional. So
Okay.
you won't get anything. So user will be clueless what happened. So it's a good idea to write, but I don't think it's a must. So if I run this program and this time I enter XYZ, user has no idea what happened, right? So it's a good idea to give a user a clue that he made a mistake, right? That's why this is not must. This is kind of nice to write, but it's good idea.
I'm sorry. I meant only for the underscore. Is that a must in this case?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This only works for 3.10 version. So you can see here, your version is listed here. So if you are 3.8, it won't work. They have introduced this. Almost all programming language has this. Java has a switch statements, and others have a case statement. So they introduced that. Good. So now let's do the loop. Okay. If you have a question, please ask, because we are keep going with the new versions. I'm not going fast, but I want to teach you enough because you are coming only once in a week, and I need to teach you enough so you can practice. Because first of all, you all are kind of, not all, I would say all may not be the right word. I see majority of you were going through our forum. And I said, thank you for that, because when you go through the forum, it get me statistics. How many of you went through? I always tell people there are 3 ways to be successful. 1, someone can help you, right? 2nd, you do yourself. And 3rd, magic happens, right? Magic is not going to happen. Your job will not come to your pocket, right? Now only 2 options. Someone can help you or you help yourself. Now someone can help you is a probability. Means someone will help you. That's a probability. But if you remove that, if you know it, then it's likelihood. Means success is mostly assure or guarantee if you know this thing. So just do effort. And if you have a problem, please, watch recording. The reason we give recording, the reason we give forum, so you have enough material. You can also ask in our WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group. You should have received like WhatsApp. Make sure you join WhatsApp group. Also ask question. People should answer the question. This is the way learning happens. More you help others, you will learn more. So just like that. So now let's go to loop. So before I go to loop, let me draw this thing so it will easier for to understand. So control statement perspective, we have a decision block, right? We have decision block where we question, is it true? If yes, go here. If it is not true, then go here, right? That's what we question. So true means you go here if it is true, and you go here if it is false. Now, please understand, if you are going for loop, you have repetition. You have repetition. Something repeats. So if you have need for repeat or iterate, then you're going to use loop. Repeat or iterate, then you're going to use loop. So example, if I say print all students, all, then loop. Print first 5 students, that's a loop. Print all accounting student, all accounting. So first is if statement, because if through you have to find accounting and then print it. So sometimes you use if statement only decide the flow. Loop statement define the repetitions. Now there are tons of use cases for loop. So if your example in your monthly, you get a bank statement. So every transactions are listed. That's a loop. If you go to Walmart and you buy item and then you get a receipt for each product item, that's a loop, right? So anytime you want to repeat something. That's a loop. Now there are use cases you will have. So if you are a data analysis student, you will have data and you want to find out all the Chicago who is making Macs, or if you want to find out certain thing about customers, how many product they bought or what product they bought, you're gonna do loop. If you're a QA students, you want to know how many items Amazon has display on the screen. That's loop. Everything is a loop in a real life, technically speaking, because majority time things repeat. So let me show you practical example. So if I go here, Google, and if I say basketball, right? So you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, this is a loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 is a loop. And if you scroll down, these are loop. Look at the 1, 2, 3, these are loop. It only comes when you have more than one. Let's go to Amazon.com. Oops. And Amazon, oops, why it is not going to? I don't want to go to Amazon.com then. Let's go to Sears.com, maybe Amazon.com think I'm busy. So Sears, let's say I buy TV. So you can see here, as I search TV, all those things you saw here, it's coming because of loop, right? So anytime you want something, it's loop. This category also is a loop. This is also loop. And anything you see here, if I click here, if there is a more than one, it's a loop. These are all loops. So if you do not know loops, technically speaking, you can't do anything. So that's why control statements and loop statements together makes almost 60% of programming. So what I'm trying to explain here is today itself, you learn significant bulk of programming. Of course, there are different type of flavor we need to add, but main programming you learn in first 3 weeks, and then you learn certain features. Okay. The people who understand first 3 weeks, right? That's a foundation. Then you can build on it. So now we understand the loop is pretty important and loop is useful. So how do I write the loop? So there are many types of loops are there. The loop we are going to use, it's called for loop. We are going to use for loop. So what is for loop? So for loop start with simple thing, variable. First it's a variable. So you define any variable, X, I, J, A, B, any variable, count, anything. Then you define in and what you want to loop, you define that. So example, I want to define, let's say IT expert, IT expert. Now colon. So what you are saying that X take the first character, second character, third character. So it will loop till you have characters and you can print X to see what happened. So I'm going to cover 6, 7 loops. So you will have a much more confidence. So first you need a variable. Then you need an in statement. Then you need to write what you want to loop. So example, if you want to print 1, 2, 3, then you just say range 3. Then it will start 1, 2, 3. So last will not add. So if you have 3, then it will go up to 1 and 2. So like example, if you want to print, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. You can also write range 1. That's a starting point. Then if you want this, add 1 extra. So 4 to here you do 5. And then how you are incrementing that? So the increment is 1. Increment is 1. Increment is 1. So you give increment here. So if you give 1, starting with 1, 5 means it will stop at 4, and 1, which is an increment. So let's say if I want to print like this 10, 20, 30. So in that case, what should I write? Can you help me? What should I write? What would be the starting value?
10.
For
10.
I in range 40.
And then here 40. Very good. And what is the increment here?
10.
Very good.
10.
So you just do 10. So you got the idea. So let's get started. So first we'll start with a simple IT expert. So we'll say this is a loop program. Now here, first 4, you can use any variable. So I'm going to use variable X in double quotation IT expert. colon. And here I'll say print X. Very simple. So what loop will do, it take one character at a time and it will print like itexps like that. So run it and see your program. So here, second, we are making 7th program and see how nicely it prints itexps. It is taking all character at a time, one by one. I'm going to put it in a chat so you guys can do that. But you can see here, if I write here anything, it takes one character at a time, then it goes, then it goes, then it goes, then it goes slowly, and it prints all. Pretty cool. So if I change instead of IT expert, if I do welcome, will that work? Of course it will work. So if I run and check it out, beautiful. So loop can take one character at a time like that. But if you don't want to write like that, if you want to write number, very simple. Range, start value 1, stop value 10, and then increment 1. So here you're saying don't include 10. Don't include 10. So it will go to 1 to 9 because you are doing increment 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I run this thing, you will see 1, 2, 3 to 9. Got it. So if I want 10, I need to do 11 here. Oops. If I do so, it will print 1 to 10. Awesome. I understand. So what is this one then? This is a start. So if I do 5, then it will say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I got it. That's a start. Ooh, that works. Then what is this one? That's the increment. So if I do 2, so 5, 7, 9, 9, it won't go to 11, right? So you can say, oh, wow, I understand that. So this is the start. This is the end. And this is the increment. Though 11 doesn't include. So make sure you understand 11 doesn't include. So it will stop at 10. So here you're starting. So start is 5. Then you are incrementing by 2. So 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 2, 9. If you are understanding this, give me thumbs up so I give you some exercise. Good, good, very good. So why don't you try this series for me and see if you guys can figure it out. I'm going to write series for you. See if you can, you just need to change this value. Okay. You just need to change this value and see if you can get those value answers. So let's get started. Each program, change this value you want to get. Just change this, get this. When you're done, go to the next series. Quickly do. Good. Any problem? I'll put the program in the chat. You just need to quickly do that. Yeah, you're printing I in second line. Okay, sorry, I didn't get that. Okay. So I'm assuming you are doing good, right? Now let's do reverse, right? Let me show you first and then we'll do it. If you have a question, please ask, right? Remember, this is start. This is end, though it is not included. And this is your increment. But let's do reverse. You start with higher value and go to lower value, right? So like this, 8, 10, 8, 6, and 4. So in this case, you start with the higher value. You end with the lower value. And here you do negative. So let's try it and see how it works. So 10, let's say I go up to 0. So it will stop at 2, right? And minus 2. So 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Let's see and see how it works. And that works. That works just like that. So if that's the case, let's do some other series. Why don't you understand start and decrement? Start and decrement. Let's do it. So why don't you try this series? Good, very good. Everyone is doing good so far. Any questions? Anyone? See, I'm trying to give you like simple example. At the same time, I give you enough practice so you can feel you're doing good. Again, you have to type, and without typing, without doing that, you won't get that confidence. So you need that confidence in, and every program will get you more confidence. So please do so. Now, I'm hoping you have done all series and that will give you more confidence. But now I want to cover 3 statements. So let me cover this thing. First statements is called pass. Pass. Second statement is called continue. And third statement is called break. Please understand. Easy. Pass, technically doing nothing. So this is something you just want to, create a blank. Like example, if I say if and condition is true and I don't want to do anything, then if you do colon, you have to write something. And if you don't want to write something, at least you need to write pass. Means it will allow you to continue. Otherwise, after you colon, you need at least one sentence. So if you do else, and if you don't want to do anything, you just say pass. So pass technically doesn't do anything. It's kind of a null statement, easy language. It doesn't do anything. Continue. So example, you have a loop. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your requirement is, I don't want to print 1, 2, 3, but I want to print 4 and 5. So you can say here, continue. Continue means skip the cycle. You skip the cycle. Don't print this, don't print this, don't print, but continue the loop. Loop is continuing, but you are not doing action. And then you print 4 and 5. So continue does not stop the loop. It skip the cycle. I'm going to show you. Skip the cycle. So continue does not break the loop. It kind of skip the cycle. So example, if I want to ignore first 3, then I'll say continue. And then it will start 4, 5, 6, you can start. While break, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and if you say, if 3 is there, if you meet 3 break, your loop will stop there. It means you will not see 4 and 5 ever. So break the loop, break the loop, continue, skip the loop, cycle, skip the cycle. I'll show you with example so you will understand. So let's get started. In same example, we'll do that. So it's less to type. So here, let's do 1 and let's say 6. And here I say 1. So it's going to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should be smooth, right? Now, let's say I want to use continue. I don't want to print, please pay attention. I don't want to print 1 and 2. I just want to print 3, 4, 5. So here, if I do this way, it will always print. But before that, I add a condition if statement. Check it out. If X less than 3 means 1 or 2, then continue. So what we are saying here, that the loop will start, X will get 1. 1 is less than 3, continue. Then it will increment by 1, so 2. Is 2 is less than 3? Yes, continue. Then it will 3. If 3 is less than 3, no, it will print. Is 4 is less than 3, it will print. If 5 is less than 3, it will print. So continue will skip 1 and 2. Is as long as this condition is true, you're going to continue. Continue means it will not go back. It will skip the cycle, skip the cycle, skip the cycle. So continue, skip the cycle. Now check it out. Run the program and 3, 4. Let's say you say, I don't want to go 3, then you just put it 4. So it will skip 1, 2, 3, but it will print 4 and 5. Check it out. Awesome. I understand. I'm going to give you that. Any question, please ask. You may see why continuous, what is useful? Because sometimes you know that until you meet the condition, you don't want to proceed further because you're going to skip. Sometimes you may have a need. So example, if you say first 10 employees, skip them. How are you going to skip? This is the way. You just put 10, continue. After that, you proceed, right? So any condition you can add here, right? Any condition. So example, if you say all manager, ignore them. So continue. You can do that. As long as condition is true, it's going to skip the cycle. But loop will still be there. Loop will only start when the condition is false. Any questions so far? Good.
Still not clear somehow.
So yeah. So first of all, if I don't write this thing, what it will print?
1 to 6.
It will print 1 to 5.
1 to 5, yeah.
So this print is the one who is printing, yes or no?
Yes.
So if you don't want to allow this to print, you want to add continue. But you don't want to just put continue. You want to put continue with the condition. When condition is there, continue will not print that. So continue stop printing this thing. So continue what avoid. Continue say if I get continue, it will go to next cycle. So see, these are the cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are cycle. So you're saying if x is less than 4. So what would be the initial value of x?
1.
1 is less than 4. Is it true or false?
True.
So it will go straight back. It means you will not get a chance to print. It means you will not print 1. Now it will be 2. So what is the value of x?
Less than 4.
2. 2 is less than 4. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So again, it will skip it. It will not allow you to print. So 2 will not print. Same thing for 3. It will not print. But 4 is less than 4.
Equal to
Yeah, 4 is less than 4. True or false?
false.
So now it won't do continue. So it will print it. So it will print 4 and 5. Basically, it's just like a switch here. Continue. Once you see continue here, right? Once you see continue here, that continue does not allow you to run this statement. It will allow back to for loop state. It will take you back to the for loop.
Okay.
So your series was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if 1 is less than 4, true, skip it. 2 is less than 4, skip it. 3 is less than 4, skip it. 4 is less than 4, no, print it. 5 is less than 4, no, print it. So that's what it is. So if you need to skip something, you use continue. But there is other thing like example break. Like example, if you want to do 1, 2, 3, and I don't want to print 4 and 5. See here, I don't want to print 4 and 5, so I can break the loop. So how can I do that? So just like continue, you can put a condition if x is less than 4 instead of if x is greater than 4, or sorry, x is greater than 3, then break. So what does that mean? So what would be the value of x? It is originally 1. If 1 is greater than 3, no, print. 2 is greater than, no, print it. If 3 is greater than 3, no, so print it. But 4 is greater than, yes, break it. Break means stop the loop. So now see this program and see that it broke the loop. Why? Because you put a condition here. As long as this condition is true, then it will break. So when x was 1, 1 is not greater than 3, so it printed. 2 is not greater than 3, it printed. 3 is not greater than 3, it print. But 4 is greater than 3. The condition become true, then it break it. Makes sense. So it's very important for us to understand when to break. So like example, if you're searching something and you realize that I met my condition, and if you want to come out, the only way you can come out is break. Otherwise loop will keep going. So like example, you have 25 million customers. Now in 25 million customers, if you loop, it's going to take a lot more time. But if you realize the Murthy is here, I found it, then break it. So you don't have to go for unnecessary for rest of the items. So when you found your item, break it. Sometimes you may need that. Good. Everyone is clear so far? Again, continue, remember the meaning. Continue, skip the cycle. Break the loop. After that, loop will not work. Continue, keep running the loop, but it does not execute the statement beneath that. Good. Now let's do something interesting, useful function for loop. So let's example, I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to do total. I want to print total. How should I print total? What should I do? I want to print sum. How do I get that? What is the logic I need to write?
You'll need a variable for sum for the value to be passed to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll need the addition signs to add the other integers together.
Okay, very good. So let's do that. So I'm going to create a new program, new file, and I'll say create sum or sum of 1 to 5. So first thing first, for I in, right, range 161 and colon and print I. And I don't think you will mind it because you know this part. You did very well. So if I run this program, it's going to ask me to save. I'll save it, say second 8.y, sorry, py, and I can print 1 to 5. I'm going to give you this program. So this is pretty easy, but I want to print the total. Now that's really interesting. So please understand. So what is total means here? Total means here 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, like this. I need to add all this thing. So if I get this value I and I keep adding to variable total. So if I define here total somewhere, or any variable I can define total or sum, and I say initially 0. And here, instead of printing I can say total equals to total plus I. If I say that, then what will happen? Initially total will be 0, 0 plus 1. Then I will increment. So I plus 2, then again I, then plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. It will do that. And once the loop completes, I'll print total. See how easy it is. First, you have to declare the variable here. And then inside that, you do total equal to total plus I. So it will accumulate 1 plus I will be 1, then 2 plus 3 plus 4. It will accumulate. And once it accumulation is done, print the total value. Right? So here you go. So check it out. Total equals to 0. So that's the initial value. Instead of this, I'll say total equals to total plus I. Now you say, but why are we doing total plus I? Because total initially 0, I will be 1. So that value will be stored here in total. Next time, total will be 1, I will be 2. That will be stored in total. So next time, total will be 3, I will be 3. So that will be stored in total. Next time, total will be 6, I will be 4. That will be stored here. Next time, total will be 10, I will be 5. So total 15. Once total answer is in 15, once I'm done with the loop, I'll go here and I'll say print double quotation total equals to comma total. So if I run that, I'll get that total. Pretty cool. You say, but I want to print that I. Print it, no problem. You can print I also, not a problem. You can print I. And you can see nicely. You can see now total is here. Can I add something here? You can do decoration. This is just a decoration, right? You don't have to, but it looks nice if you do that. Wow, that's pretty cool. So what is happening here? Let me give you the code first. What is happening here? How did we get this total? Let's do one more time. First thing first, we define variable outside of the loop. So they start with 0. So 0 plus I will be getting 1 value. So that you are storing in total. So that total will be 1. Now loop will go to next level. So I will be 2 now, but total is 1. So 1 plus 2, 3. Then again you go. So now total will maintain the value 3. I will be changing. So basically you are, whatever the last answer will go to total. So 6, I will be 4. Whatever the last answer, total will maintain. I will be 5. So now loop ends because you reach to the maximum value because it ends at 5. At that time, total was 15. You print this and you print. Can I print this thing inside? You can't do that because when loops ends, then you print total. So that's why these item shouldn't be part of here. If it is here, it will loop. Anything you here, it will loop. So example, if I write it like something here, kind of design, it will repeat. Anything inside the loop, it will repeat. So we want to print total once. Anything you write inside the loop, it will repeat. But we want to write total only once. So we need to put outside of the loop. So when you write outside of the loop, it prints only 1. But anything inside the loop, it prints as long as loop is working. Questions so far? Any questions with this example? Are we understanding? Give me thumbs up if you are clearly understanding. This total we define here and the total equal to total plus I. And then we are doing backspace and printing total at the end because you want to show the final result at the end. Inside, what you are doing is a looping. It's looping. So anything you write inside after this thing, it's a looping. Questions, concerns, doubt? Good so far? Everything is doing good? Awesome. Now, if you have a question, please ask. Now, let's say example. If I go back to our forum, because some of you will see, what do you call, in your homework or quiz. So we are here. So your homework, first homework is like that. You will be doing these things. Remember, you are learning by doing it. So there are examples I have given. These are homework. So you write program to check whether this is your input. You will do this part like that. Write the maximum between two number. I already taught you, right? Then you will do this. You will do this. I already show you, but you will do yourself without taking reference. Then you do this. We talk about string a little bit here and there, but as we go further, we'll use a lot, but we saw that today. Now, lower and all we'll cover as we go further, so don't worry about it. We'll revisit that. It's here. Upper, lower, join, split. And we started for loop, right? Now let's do this one. So anytime you have multiple item, you use rectangle block that's called list. So you can iterate the list through for loop also. So you can see here this example. In this example, you're giving one variable as a list, means more than one item. And then you are using a loop. So loop will get first apple, then banana, and then cherry. So let's do something like that. So here, let's create a new program. So let me save this thing first. File. Save a new program. So we'll say loop the list. So example, I have friends. And I'll say how many friends I have, the rectangle bracket. It's a list, so rectangle bracket. And I'll say first friend name is, let's say Tom. Second is the Mike. Third is the Kevin. And fourth is the Amy. These are my friends. You will see more often in my program. Now I want to loop them. So I'll say for FRIND friend, not friends, friend in friends. Can I use X, Y, A? Yeah, but friend will be better because I'm taking one friend at a time, and friends is a plural. So this one is a friends because you have multiple friends here. And this one will take one friend at a time, one friend at a time, one friend at a time, and print it. So now let's see here, print here, friend, right? So what will happen? This loop will
You misspelled friends. There you go.
here.
After that IN, the friends, after for friend, yeah, that one, yeah. Yes.
Sorry. No, this has to be friend. It's just like X. This is
Gotcha.
this one, and this one is same. These are
Oh,
plural.
okay, gotcha. I
And
see what
I'm
you're
taking
saying.
one friend
Okay.
at a time. One friend
Oh,
at a
okay,
time.
I got it.
Because
Okay.
this is a list of friend, and this will pick only one friend, Tom, print it. Second friend, Mike, print it. So now if I run it, right, and second, quite a good job we did today. 9 program we did. What else we want? And look at that, each print one by one, all friends. I'm going to give you this program, and why don't you run it? Now I have one simple request for you. Can you convert these friends in a lowercase? What should you do? Right now, they all have a first letter capital. How would you do that? So your program prints everything in lowercase. What would you do?
After friend dot lower.
Very good. You know everything, man. Lower. So if you do that, wow, that will convert to lower. Now I have a little bit more requirement. How can I get only first character? Sorry, not this one. How can I get only first character of this thing? Like example, for Tom, I want T only. For Mike, I want M only. For Kevin, I want a K. And Amy, I want A. Is there a way?
There must be a way after dot.
So please see here. For that, what we need to do, we need to go back to our forum. And there is a technique here. This is a technique. So see here. Yeah, this one. So if you see here, if you write 1, then you pick the first character. So string like that. So string is string. So perfect. So in our case, string is friend. So we have string friend. So if I write here rectangle bracket 1, it means I'm going to take only first character, which is T. Next guy M. Next guy K. Next guy A. So this is we are taking one character from the friend. This friends is everything because that's your variable. Friends is everything, but from there you're picking one friend, and that one friend you're picking one character. This one will pick one character, and that will be always first character. So now if I run program, pretty cool. Wow, what happened here? Oh, that is taking, I supposed to do 0, not 1. Sorry for that. Now look it out. So it is picking perfect. So 0 means first character. So here you can see nicely, if I say 0, so it pick only first character. For this one, if I wanted to 2 character, I need to specify that. So these positions, how you specify, it's on my website, but you can try it out and see if it works for you. Try it out and see if it works for you. So far, so good. So what I have done is I have done a pretty good job in a forum. I updated it actually. So you have access, like example, if you want to 2 characters, so you can do like this way. So if example, if I do this way, so I can specify start and end. So let's do that and see what happens. Let's say if I do, let's say 1:3. So what will happen? Will I get a Tom? Will I get something? Let's see what happened. So let's see what happened. So if I run this thing and I see OM, okay, so now let's see what happened. So here it's a 1 means first is a 0 and second is 1. And this is third character. So this is third is not included. So 2. So 1 and 2. So basically you got this 2. So 0, 1, 2, basically 0, 1, 2. But here third is not included. So here 0, this is 0, 1 and 2. So I 0, 1, 2, that you got it. 0, 1, 2. So you got that. So you got that way. So now if you can understand this, is there a way you can get me third character? How do you get third character? What should we do? Only third character.
Put 3.
1 through 4.
So if I put 3 here, let's do that. So what will happen? I got an error. Should I do 2 more things instead of 3?
3.
No, you just do
2.
column 3.
If I do 2, then it will work because it starts with 0. Do you agree or not? It starts with 0. So 0,
Yeah.